Welcome guys. Today we're going to be talking about the many different Sentinels that you can get through Warframe. I'm just going to cover briefly the different kinds that are available to you and where you can pick up your first starter ones, and then today we're going to go through Carrier and Carrier Prime, and through the week we will work through all the individual Sentinels so that you guys can get a feel and have a look at how each Sentinel works in its own unique different ways. So the different Sentinels, we have Carrier and Carrier Prime. Now they might look different there, that's just their skins, and one is a Prime and one is just a normal variant. They both work the same, just one's got a little bit more health and a little bit more shields. And then we go on to Death Cube. Death Cube was my very first Sentinel, actually. One of the first ones that I picked up of the marketplace. And then we move on to the Doriga. It's a close combat Sentinel, shocks your enemies for you, as well as having a sniper weapon inside it as well. Then we move on to the Jinn. It's a unique Sentinel, not one that I've used very often, but like I say, we'll be covering each individual Warframe Sentinel through this week's videos. And then we go on to Helios, probably the most efficient Sentinel that you can have. He does all your scans of everything that's around you in the environment manually, automatically for you, instead of you having to manually do them. Now, he does require you to have codec scanners, but you can reduce that cost to 0 by using the other scanner that we'll cover when we go into Helios. And then we've got the Shade. Now, Shade has two different forms. He's got normal Shade, and then there's the Prisma Shade that you can pick up from Barracuda. Shade is a lovely stealth Sentinel, helping you by making you go invisible when there's enemies around you. Taxon, again, a nice early starter Sentinel. I do believe that you actually get it now as a mail in the mailbox. I'm not 100% sure, don't quote me on that. But I'll show you again that you can also just pick it up at the marketplace pretty early on, as well as you get it from one of the early relays as well. And then we've got Worm and Worm Prime. Now, Worm's got a laser rifle, so he's good. But overall, the best that I would say Sentinel-wise is Carrier and Helios. So we're going to jump straight into Carrier Prime. I'll show you his weapon. It's the Sweeper Prime, as well as the build that I have on Carrier. Now, Vacuum, it is a mod card now that you can stick on every single Sentinel, and that just picks up all your loot for you. As you can see there, items with an 11.5 meter radius. So we go on. Vitality, same as your Warframe, just gives you increased health. Shield Charger increases your max shields and shield regen by 60 seconds. It's a ability that you'll notice. You'll notice from the picture on the mod card, you can see the blue little ray. When you're in a mission, your Sentinel will just beef up your shields and turn them purple. Fired Up just gives you some extra damage. Medi-Ray allows your Sentinel to heal you. So, running low on health, there's no health orbs around, your Sentinel will occasionally heal you. Primed Regen, that just means that should your Sentinel go down, he will regenerate up to 3 times during a mission. Now, I have a max out, I didn't have the endo, all the credits, but it doesn't really, it doesn't go past 3 times, it just changes how much health he comes back with. And then we've got Guardian. Brilliant mod card. Should an enemy drop your shields, Sentinel will just automatically pop them back up. And then we've got Calculated Redirection. Again, just same as the Warframe, extra shield capacity. And then we've got Metal Fiber for some extra armor, so it takes a bit more damage. And then Striker. Striker is a mod card that will mean Carrier will actually attack enemies. Without Striker on, Carrier will just pick up your loot if you've got Vacuum on. Now, do believe that Carrier should have, there we go, ammo case. This is Carrier's unique mod. Increases ammunition capacity by 5% and converts ammo pickups into the into the item that is equipped. So if you're running like Soma, a very ammo thirsty weapon, as long as it is equipped in your hand, any ammo that is picked up on the floor, whether it's sniper, shotgun, secondary, it will all be converted into Soma ammo. That is it for Carrier. Well, I'll take you into a mission. Carrier is going to do all the work. I will show you the shotgun as well. Sweeper Prime, it is a shotgun weapon. I've got it a bit beefed up. It's got a blast build on. And so we've got Hell's Chamber, Prime Point Blank, which again, it can be upgraded a little bit more to increase the damage. I've got the capacity. Vicious Spread, again, more damage. Chilling Reload, more damage. It helps me with my blast build. You can see there I've got Frigid Blast and Chilling Reload on cold, and then Blaze giving me the heat. And then we've got Full Contact because it is an impact based weapon, so it just increases the damage. And then we've got Shell Shock, just gives me some electricity, and the electricity stuns enemies that are too close. One thing to remember when building your Sentinel weapons, if I try to use any of these mod cards on my primary, say I put a shotgun on, there would be a conflict. You have to have doubles of the mod cards. You can't just stick them on your primary and then come into your Sentinel and use them again. You can stick it on your Sentinel and have it on another weapon's build as long as that weapon is not currently equipped. I will show you guys now. I will pop Sancti Tigris on. Probably just there it is. So you can see there I've got a primed Ravage and a prime Point Blank, both maxed out. And when I go down to my Sweeper Prime, you can see there that I've got another prime Point Blank. It's not maxed out, but if I were to try and swap it, I would get that. Cannot install Prime Point Blank because it's already installed on Sancti Tigris, so you get a conflict. So it will stay there just like that. So we're going to go into a mission. I'm going to let Carrier do all the work. I won't be shooting anything. And let's go. We're going to go against Infested, just because they run at me. I don't need to run at them. And I'm going to change into a stealth frame just so that you can see that I'm not doing any work. Okay guys, so where to pick up the Sentinels? So if you come to the marketplace, you'll see down here that you have companions. Just by pressing A on companions and then selecting blueprints only, you will be able to see the warframes here that you can pick up just by you picking up the blueprints. So like Taxon there, good, nice, cheap. The build cost as well is brilliant for the first starter Sentinel. But do remember that you also do pick this up early on, the blueprint, from a junction. I'll show you the junction in a second. We'll just run through these others. So there we've got Shade. Now the blueprint, it's a bit pricier than the Taxon, 100,000 credits. Some of the build material will be out of your way, especially beginning in the game, but later on in the game, it'll be easier to pick up. And then we've got the Duriga, again, there we go. Quite costly, but then the Argon Crystals, again, it's not something that you'll be picking up very early in the game. Carrier, great Warframe starter Sentinel. He used to be a brilliant starter. He used to be the only Sentinel that was capable of the vacuum mod card, but now that it is universal, it opens up all the other Sentinels to being able to be used in gameplay. So again, the resources that you need for it, Nanospores is probably going to be the hardest thing to pick up early in the game, but it's not impossible to pick it up through using the chat and going through to some of the recruiting tabs. And then Death Cube. Again, nice 100,000 credits again. So early on in the game, a bit pricey. The pickups again, the only thing you're going to struggle with is nano spores, but if you've got 100,000 credits and you want a Sentinel, I would probably go for Carrier, but Taxon again, he works really well. And then we've also got Worm. So there you go, 100,000 credits. So you can see the price differences there. Everything else is 100,000 credits. And then you've got Taxon there, just nice cheap 5,000 credits. And then if you go to related, you're just going to see some skin packs and add-ons for your Sentinels. They're not essential, they're not going to change its performance. So pick those up. Now the other Sentinels that you can pick up that I showed you, you can get them from the dojo by going through to the research labs, and you can pick up the different Sentinels. And then you've got the Prisma Shade that you can only pick up from Barokatia.
The emergency life support.
Okay guys, so here we are. I've got Loki Prime on. I've got Distrezia on, so you'll be able to tell that I'm not firing any rounds. And there you can see, there is Carrier already starting. Anything that comes too close to me and is inside Carrier's range, he will shoot at. Even if I go invisible, he should keep shooting. Oh, he does not. Do I have to attack? Okay, so it doesn't work if you're invisible. I suppose that is to help keep your stealth frame, especially when you're running spies. So you'll notice when I break out of this invisibility, Carrier will start going crazy. Keep an eye on the enemies. Come on, Carrier. There we go. He's off again.
Life support incoming.
Just gonna go out here. You don't want to get bogged down in one room, and those nanites are causing some issues for me. We can see that Carrier doing very good. Anything that comes in that 10-meter radius is getting taken out. Now, it's not a full auto weapon. He's not going to just fire away like a Gatling gun. He's not going to do all the work for you. Now, go invisible again. And you can have a look. Carrier, he's done well. 20 kills. I've maybe hit 2 or 3 enemies. 3 enemies there for me. Melee kills. And the rest is all down to Carrier. So, that is Carrier for you guys today. I will be showing you some more Sentinels tomorrow. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. And if you have, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button.